and welcome everybody to this week's Market Share, the short weekly segment brought to you by MKR, where we bring you all the noteworthy news and updates surrounding digital media and the world today. I'm your host Genevieve, and we've got some interesting stuff to dive into today, so let's get started. First up, let's talk about Gannett advertisers and domain spoofing. Many brands who placed ads with Gannett saw misrepresented inventory, leading them to believe that their ads were going to be seen somewhere entirely different than where they ended up. Gannett owns USA Today and a wide array of newspapers, and recently an independent researcher, Braden Vickers, found that stories on sites like Detroit Free Press sent requests to multiple ad exchanges that labeled the page as a piece in USA Today. So think of it this way. You want to have your ad placed on a medical journal story, but it's placed on a page that talks about Daisy the dog. Obviously, this has diminished Gannett's credibility and has made advertisers lose money by not being fully transparent. Companies like Sears, Nike, and Adidas were some of the big marketers that were affected by domain spoofing, but Gannett is still trying to figure out whether or not they're going to give out refunds. Many people recently have been concerned about media transparency when it comes to buying ads, as they should be, because it can lead to wasted money and increased red flags for brand safety. All in all, having your ads be somewhere entirely different than where you want them to be is obviously not what you want. With the third-party cookie riding off into the sunset, many advertisers are going the way of contextual targeting, where ad placements are informed by factors like keywords and topics. More than half of marketers expect to increase their spend on contextual targeting in the next 2 years, so it may be something you want to start looking into. Next up, let's talk about Instagram and its updated live feature. Finally, after many requests, I'm sure, Instagram has finally started to allow moderators on live streams. They will have the ability to report comments, remove viewers from the stream, and turn off comment capability for any specific viewer. Creators will be able to assign a moderator by tapping the 3 dots in the comment bar during a live, and then they can choose one from a list of suggested accounts, or obviously just search for the person they're looking for. It's been 6 years since live first came to the forefront, so it's really shocking that it took this long to add in a moderating feature, especially considering the increased motivation it gives brands to use the feature, aka more money for Instagram. As you all probably know, comments on social media these days can get real ugly real fast, so moderation has become a very necessary tool for live streaming. Even Facebook already gave users the ability to add moderators, and they've recently added tools to remove trolls. Instagram is trying to attract as many creators as possible to the live streaming feature, and they'll even be able to monetize streams. Be on the lookout, as many brands will most likely start to take more advantage of lives now that they can keep their brand safe from the people we all know have nothing better to do. Last up, let's talk about YouTube and the answers to common questions about its recommendation algorithms. So let's get into these 4 main questions. 1. What's the best strategy to maximize channel performance? Apparently, YouTube's algorithms don't optimize based on how many videos a specific channel uploads, so there's no posting cadence that will specifically help you more than another. But if a viewer watches your videos super often, your other videos will obviously be recommended to them more often. What's recommended is focusing on the content, not the posting cadence. 2. Is it a bad strategy to create content related to trending searches due to the increased number of competing videos in these search results? Even though there's certainly more competition for attention in trending content, that also means that more people want to watch content around it. So if you believe you can create something that is different in the sea of same, you should go ahead and do it. Just don't make it your long-term strategy. 3. Does experimenting with new topics hurt your channel performance? Apparently, YouTube's algorithm just tries to match viewers with individual videos rather than channels, so experimenting around won't hurt you. But just remember that you may have a hard time retaining the viewers you already have if you go off your main topic for a while. And finally, 4. Does deleting offensive or problematic comments have any impact on video performance? Usually, YouTube video performance correlates with the number of comments, but if you have a couple fewer comments, it won't hurt your video's performance. So delete away if you wish. That's all for this week's Market Share. I'm your host, Genevieve, and I'll see you all next week. Many brands who place ads... What? What is wrong with me? Words like aren't coming out of my mouth. I'm literally so sorry.